No, yeah, we're good. We're now on. Good morning, fellas.
What up?
Happy
Good morning. Happy Wednesday
happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How's your morning going so far?
to everybody. So far so good, dude. I really cannot complain. It's bright and early, 5:31 on this lovely Wednesday.
Yes, it
Yeah, man.
is.
So far so good.
Very nice.
So
Very good
far
to
so
hear.
good. What's up with you?
It's not a just taking it easy. Just did my morning walk, morning exercise on cup number 1.5 of coffee. Made some taste of the biscuits type cinnamon rolls for the kiddos this morning, so they're happy. Uh, Dog really wants me to throw that ball. There we go. He's happy. But yeah, just
Yeah.
got a bunch of stuff completed this morning. Let's see here. Yeah, today I've got on the agenda a house wash, a driveway cleaning, and a and the windows as well. So the had a customer call, was it yesterday, and I was really excited because I have to. A lot of my customers are not on a set schedule and want to wait till the middle of July to like get the house wash, get the gutters. So I've got 3 jobs panned out for later in the month. But I had today well, yeah, today open. So I was like really nervous trying to get it filled and such. 'Cause some people are particular on the times and whatever, and I'm only available at 4 onward. Long story short, guy called, and I sold a house wash, driveway, and windows. So I've got to do that today after work around 3 or 4. And I think I should have enough time to knock it all out, and looking forward to it. Mike Nichols popped on, says he's in the middle of something right now. He's
Yeah,
glad to
he's
be on.
taking care of some business. He's
Hmm.
taking care
Hmm.
of some business.
Yes, but
So
things are good.
Craig Hensel's popping in too. He's getting ready for a morning jam. I hope he has a great one. No, not a morning jam tonight.
Sweet.
And yes, I did see too. There's a special guest on Squeegee Life as well. So
Yeah,
there'll be
Mr.
big things
Sean
happening.
Hart.
Big things happening today.
Mm.
I got a little house gig, not a little, but a two-story out in Surprise, Arizona. That Billy's gonna. He's actually
What's the name?
uh, for me.
No, what's the name of the place that you're going to?
Surprise!
Ah, today's word of the day is surprise. So if your wife, customers, children, or stranger in the store says surprise, scream in their face. Go
Yeah,
ahead, yes.
right. So we are going to Surprise
Ah, you did
after
it
I get
again.
off the chat with us. We're gonna head over there and do a two-story and see what we got cooking. A little inside out. Our friends at Southwest Sunscreens are gonna go apply some screens
Uh-huh.
to the customer's home, and we're gonna take care of it. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
man.
And those solar screens won't come off for another 10 years. And when you do, there's gonna be like cobwebs and shit baked on them.
Yeah,
Solar
likely
screens, right? Are they doing solar or just regular screen replacement?
solar. Some people call them solar. I call them sunscreens.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, just a
But
sunscreen.
is it the 4 screws? Do they screw them into the window or do they just let them hang?
So typically they mount three on the side, and then sometimes they will screw one in.
Okay.
But usually it's just all four on the they're screwed in. So you adjust the
Yeah.
two on each
That's
side.
yeah. Just
So
that's the fun of solar screen removal, cleaning, and replacement. Is I always put in the estimate, the screws may not go exactly where we might have to drill an extra pilot hole because over 30 years of bowing or not like ever
uh
taking them off, they flex. So like Humpty Dumpty, you can't get them on together again. So yeah, but yours getting brand new ones, so you'll probably be cleaning those every 2 or 3 years, maybe if they're a good customer.
yeah, certain ones you don't want to mess with.
Sure,
But typically Brad and Patrick, they know what they're doing, so they install correctly, the right
cool,
size, the right widths, the right heights. So
that's good.
I never have to worry about that.
They're only
So
a horror story after the 5 to 15 years of not ever messing with them. But usually people put the investment in solar screens. They like their windows, but at the same time, they may not care to get them clean because, quote, there's a solar screen. I can't see out of it anyway. But yeah, definitely leave your card with the customer or, yeah, do something. That
well,
could
I
be a cool
have
customer.
so over the last 6 years, I have every single client that I've ever worked with Brad and Patrick in my phone. Same as with any client, I keep all of their data,
Nice.
text messaging, everything's in the calendar.
Yep.
So, like the other day, you were saying about going back and checking your June from last year. What I would typically do this time of year is I'd go back 7 months and start texting everybody that I service 7 months
Hmm.
and 7, 8, and 9 months prior, get them back on the schedule. Or
Smart.
what I would also do is, like you mentioned, go back to last June and start contacting everybody from last June. And that way you can say, hey, it's been a year. What are you waiting on?
Hmm.
That's basically a quick little easy method to try to drum up some new business.
Hmm.
So,
Smart. Good
yeah, man.
idea. But yeah, nice you got a job today, and it's in that little town nestled away in Arizona. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. How's the
Surprise!
weather? Ah! How's the weather out there, Allie?
Weather's glorious. To be honest, we're lower than most of the cities. Like, I think we were at 99, 102, something like that yesterday. Right
Hmm.
now, it is, I want to say, 67 degrees outside. I'm
Beautiful.
in
Yeah,
shorts and a t-shirt on the back porch, just chilling.
yeah. Right
Um,
now it's 76 in Houston, going to be a high of 86. So I can't complain about 86 over 95. Like, holy shit, that's like a cool wave. I like it.
yeah, I'm down for it. Um,
My garage right now is warmer than it is outside, but I can't
yeah,
open the door because air conditioners and shit.
as you can see, I'm
Oh
outside in
yeah,
my backyard. Fred's chilling over my left shoulder. He wants the Kong,
the
but
Kong.
my door is actually open to the house because it is nicer outside than
Hmm.
it is inside right now.
Easy breezy, beautiful morning. It's
Mm.
made for coolness. It's like the perfect day. You don't need a jacket. It's just perfect. If
It
it were
is.
to stay, it's
It's
67.
gonna be warmer later, but my plan is to be done before then.
Hmm.
Uh, I got Julian, my son, is coming back in town today. He's been
Awesome.
in Denver. Yeah, he's been in Denver since Friday the 13th. And yeah, right. And,
Yes.
I was in Denver with him pretty much the whole time, but we didn't really see each other that much. He was staying with my brother. I was staying with my cousin. Um, he hung out with me one night, and I miss my guy, bro. I miss Jay a lot.
Yes.
And I'll be excited. Yeah, my wife and I are excited to have him home.
Like the
Um,
deserts miss the rain,
yeah, man, we're ready for
pretty
him.
much. Yeah.
Um, Craig's got some
Speak.
comments coming on too, so I got to try
Oh,
and read
cool.
what that is. But he's
Yeah.
giving us
Check
some
it
more
out.
heads up on how to line up some more business.
Good
So
idea. Good idea.
typically,
Business.
when Craig speaks, I try to listen. So go ahead and read through that if you're online.
Hmm.
Thanks for popping in too. And
Yeah. Thanks for
Mike, if
your
you're still there,
sage wise advice.
I hope everything is coming out okay for you, buddy. Happy Wednesday, Mike Nichols. We love you.
Yes, Mike. Thanks. Keep it
Uh,
all regular.
So yeah, man. Any big stuff going on for you so far since Monday? Anything new,
Just
exciting?
sold
Any
that job.
revelations?
I didn't. Yeah, well, feeling a lot better, which is awesome. Started writing the book, so I'm like 4 chapters in, halfway through editing all that because it's the process. Sold the job yesterday for today, which was nice because I'm going to be out of work from this Saturday until next Tuesday, so like 10 days of no working. So kind of stressing because bills and whatever. But sold the job yesterday was a nice 3 service job, so it'll be a nice deal for today. Other than that, leaving Friday as soon as I finish a gutter and window job and get back to the house, and we'll fly up like 5 hours into Texarkana and begin our journey up to New York. So maybe I'll F around and do some funny crap on the way up, and, post videos. But mainly it's
That'll
going to
be
be trying
fun.
to survive a 23-hour drive with my wife and kids. So God help us all.
So that is going.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah. I
Okay.
was thinking, I considered staying back to work and do some jobs, but no, I've already paid for an Airbnb, New York family. So it's good. So I'm going. Everything's cool.
Can I tell you something on a personal level?
Go ahead. Hold on. There's a cat
Smart.
walking on your head. I'm sorry, but there is a cat. And he's gone. Now go
That's
ahead.
waffle.
Oh,
Where is she?
he's gone now. She went to go
Yeah.
get the syrup.
Yeah.
Go. Sorry, personal level. I was ruining a moment.
I think you made a smart decision.
Sure.
Um, I think. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I
See
am
what you did
aware.
there.
Yeah.
I love pancakes and waffles, but you got to decide.
I know. And I think you made a smart choice. Um, sometimes as husbands, dads, business owners, we family men, a lot of shit hits our plate, and we're trying to decide what's best for us, what's best for our family, what's best for our business, what's best for our wife's business, what's best
Sure.
for our peace of mind. And sometimes shit gets fucking crazy. Pardon my
It
French.
does. Yeah.
I speak freely on these podcasts or whatever, and when I listen to them, I don't like when I hear myself cursing a ton.
Sure.
But like, shit gets weird sometimes. You know what I mean? And shit gets hectic.
Yep.
And sometimes when we're juggling a lot of these choices and decisions, we're like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And sometimes we're just like, we need to take a step back, take a deep breath, and make that decision that you made that's best for the family, not just for the time being or for that
Sure.
one little second. So
Yeah. Yeah.
knowing what you were going through a little bit, I'm always here for you, and I'll always back you. But I think
Yeah.
on this specific instance that you probably made the best decision
Yeah.
for you.
So anyone unsure? I was unsure of going to New York because we had a lot of bills, all that fun stuff coming in. So I was like, what do I do? But yeah, I appreciate all your sage advice, and thank you for being there for me, Jason. And thanks for
You got it,
listening,
man.
guys.
Yeah, and you know
Yeah,
what?
some of you guys deal with the same crap, or you got bills lined up, but life happens. I was sick for a while. I was even sick a little bit more this year, but I'm feeling better. I've got to get both feet on the ground and start, hustling and running. So, uh, yeah.
But the
So
hustle and the
thank
run
you.
will always be there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I
it'll be
think
there
that
when I get back. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah,
going on
sure,
vacation.
we might be out of a little money for the time being. Or you might have some stuff that make you stressed out. But
Oh yeah,
it'll make you stressed out when you get back.
yeah. I'll just deal with it later. I'll be going to New York and seeing the Niagara Falls, all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
It'll
and
be
your
fun.
mom will appreciate to see you, and
Oh yeah,
and I know that Kylie and the fam will appreciate you being present.
yeah.
Speaking of present, Mike just popped back on. He said he's got another big one today. I
Ooh,
can't wait.
awesome.
I can't wait to see what he's got cooking.
Yeah, send that.
Yeah, let me see some shots, Mike. I want to see what you got cooking.
Noodle in the catfish.
Speaking of, I don't know if he's talking about fishing or if he's talking about doing a big
It's
property,
50.
but I'm
Oh,
I'm here
I was
for
going to
all.
say something else. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like a 30% of this, 30% of that, 30% of that. It's probably a large property today. It's going to be maybe 3 stories or above. We'll
or he
see.
could be talking about what he was just taking care of, earlier in the. Yep,
Yeah,
got the
exactly.
poop knife out. Got the poop knife
The
out
poop knife. You know what they use in Japan?
for a poop knife.
Yeah. Ninja
Oh,
swords. Yeah. This is a poop
yeah.
knife in feudal Japan. If you couldn't get a poop knife like this, you were sent off to the rice paddies. But, well, that's where you go to the bathroom. You got to fertilize the rice, man. That's
Yeah.
where the rice goes. They didn't
So
know a lot back then.
speaking of big uns, I was contacted by one of our people to put together a bid for something that I've never done something as massive as this, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't call Mike this time, but I've reached out to Mike in the past to try to figure out how to bid a property, big old house. He says on how to
Yeah,
bid
bigums.
a property or multi buildings. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. Not fun.
So
Not
I went
easy.
out on Monday and put a bid together and sent it over to the people that asked me for the bid. I don't know when it's going to happen, but or when that organization will make their decision on how to accept or who they're going to accept for the bid. But I put it in. It's
Cool.
it's obviously the largest bid I've ever put together, and it's not until October. But come
Mhm.
October, or when I find out if something like this hits, I'll be calling in for some peer support and for some help,
Cool.
planning how to tackle this. And Deeds, you're on my list of who to call for October.
Cool. I'll
Uh,
be there.
Definitely Mike as well. I'll see if I can get Mike and Zane to come out, and the three of us plus who I got here, maybe one or two more, make a couple days out of it and see if everybody can.
The
Yeah, the three
three
amigos.
amigos. Right.
See if we
Plus
can't
plus more.
definitely get it cracking.
Yes. That'd be fun. That'd be really cool. And you told me about that bid, and hopefully they accept it. we can come out and tackle that, you know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So, and the weird thing too is, I think I was still on my road trip when I got a call, and a friend of mine actually reached out and was like, "Hey, do you do drops? Do you know anybody that does in Phoenix?" And he told me about he just put in a bid, and he put in a bid on this property as well. And I didn't I didn't seek out this bid after he hit me up about it. Somebody reached out to me and asked me to put it in on their behalf.
Cool.
So I'm not trying to compete with Homeboy. That's not how I roll. But I
Sure.
also I also need to take care of the people that take care of me. We work hand in hand with this other company, and
Uh-huh.
they take care of us. So I wanted to make sure that I can at least give them my expertise, if you
Yes.
call it that.
Well, hey,
So
you're the professional. You've been doing this for a little while, you know.
I have.
Squeegee
This is something.
Tom's Squeegee Tom's been doing it since 1996. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
man.
longer than a lot of
That's
people have been alive in this group.
that's the year I graduated high school. It's pretty
Ooh.
dope.
Yeah, it is. It's a good year.
Yeah, speaking of Squeegee Tom, I want to give a shout out to that cat, man. He's on top of all sorts of things.
Yep.
Um,
Thank you, Tom, for being Tom and all you do. And thanks for, we got some, a video that I'm going to try to attach to the beginning. So we'll have like an intro video to play us in. So we're coming to YouTube. Tom's work.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to that. It's
Hmm.
funny. I don't know if he shared any of his other art with you. He's
He has a
quite
little. Hmm.
he's quite a dynamic artist. Um, One of the cool things about our industry too is a lot of guys are super talented in many different forms. Um, yeah, you're quick as fuck.
Well, I'm saying no, no, sick thoughts. We all have sick thoughts. I'm just kidding.
No,
Dark humor. We're all funny dark humorists. That's
yeah,
all.
and that's what I'm saying too. Like we all have something different and unique that we bring to the table, and when a bunch of us get together, it's typically a good time.
Yeah.
That's why I
Well,
can't wait to get together in August, man.
this is why, everyone at the huge you meet, we're all very similar because it takes a certain individual to put themselves through the gauntlet every day. Wake up, go to the customer's house. It's a new job. It's a new day. So we all like different, like I like not the surprise because I've estimated or quoted the house, but every day something different. Today you're getting effed up tracks or whatever. Tomorrow you're doing gutters. The next day it's pressure washing. But you're always kicking your ass, which is the thing. So like we're gluttons for punishment and putting stress on our bodies. So whether it's drinking or smoking or whatever guys do to relax, play video games, build chairs in the garage. It takes a certain guy to do what we do. The guy at the chair, the software programmer, can't go out and wash his windows. He ain't going to go out and sweat and do that. He's the guy that would start the business and get out in 6 months. So the guys who are in this business and have been doing this a while are like warriors. Uh, it takes a tough man to do this kind of work. John Wayne would do this kind of work over programming. So hats off to everybody in the industry. When you wake up and go out and it's 90 degrees with a 76 humidity dew point and you're sweating your ass off and you finish the job, you're doing it for yourself, for your family, for your business. So keep hustling.
Hell yeah, hell to the
Yeah.
yeah. Are you gonna get any footage this week of you doing anything or?
Yeah. That's another thing. I haven't done any footage. I've been very slow on like even posting pictures in my Google My Business profile just because it's exhausting, and I've been doing this so long. I mainly work off referrals, repeat business,
Yeah,
stuff like that. So I don't do a lot of, drop advertising or whatever. So I've been kind of lazy. Today I'm going to get some footage definitely because I need some B-roll to roll while I'm in New York. I'm going to be doing a lot more, hitting the garage sale sites or, hey, my name is Mark, and I do, that kind of stuff. I
yeah.
really don't advise or enjoy Nextdoor at all, just because, for example, I had somebody ask for a handyman, pressure washer, drywaller guy looks for help from somebody in the group for cheap, getting rid of an oil stain. And half the people are telling him, you've got to get muriatic acid at Walmart and just spray it on the oil. And I'm like, so I explain like a really detailed why you
Yeah.
need hot water, why you need a degreaser, and why muriatic acid will etch. And like it was crickets. And then everyone else was like, muriatic acid will get it, muriatic acid. And I'm like, holy shit, Mark has exited the chat. So I just like
Yeah.
deleted my comments and got it the fuck out of there. So finding your customers is one thing. But yeah, I'm going to be taking more footage because I do need to be exposed and stuff, because if you're sitting on a subway winking at a chick in the dark, when the lights are off, she's not seeing you wink at her. So I do need to get forefront and back in front of customers and new eyeballs because the name of the game is numbers. I close maybe 70 or 85% of the jobs that come in because of my customer service, the phone calls, the follow-ups, all that fun stuff. But if I had more customers, I'd have more money, et cetera. So I'm really gonna batten down the rest of this year and try to exceed last year's sales and doing a lot of that. So because what I realized too is like answering that question on Nextdoor, getting like 10 different replies from 10 different landscapers or 10 different new pressure washing companies, all saying muriatic acid. Like one guy just said soap and hot water. So that was smart, but it's like you have to remember if you've been doing this for 5 years, for 10 years, and you know what you're doing, if you can use a squeegee and or a water fed pool, but you can squeegee, you're on the right way to being a professional. So um, that's what I'm going to do is really instead of doing funny videos and crap like that, I'm going to do more of a talking like, hey, my name is Mark, family of
Yeah.
4, 5, and then I've been squeegeeing for 6 years. If your gutters are effed up, if your house needs
Yeah.
working on that here this week. So doing that, I've got a checklist of a lot of stuff I'm doing. So I'm trying to go down the line and smartly
Yeah.
do things instead of just firing off randomly. Doing better. So if anybody out there needs a kick in the butt, send your texts, send your emails, reach back out to customers, start using your photos again. Because I have all of my phones, all they are is like a cloud of before and afters for windows, gutters, driveways. That and like, picture of kids, gutters, my
Yeah.
sandwich, my poop from yesterday, that kind of fun stuff. Get it? Kidding. But yeah.
No, he's
So
not. No,
no,
he's not.
you got to use it or lose it, folks. You took that picture for a reason. It's just going to sit there. Upload it to your Google My Business profile. Put a picture on Nextdoor and say, "We are the professionals," because you don't want that person saying, "Well, can you come out and do my house, but I only want the second story, and don't worry about the screens coming out because I don't want to pay for that." And you're like, "How am I supposed to clean your windows on the second story when I don't remove a screen?" You know what? Call somebody else. Call the other guy. So
Right.
yeah, you got to weed through the fun problem customers. So yeah, that's it. Just make it a good day. Send out the estimates. Upload your photos to your Google My Business or Facebook. And that's another thing I haven't like even my Mr. Deeds page. I don't really update at all, but I should. Obviously, people are going to think
Yeah.
like, oh, does he have a part-time job that he doesn't have to do this as much anymore? Like the answer is yes, but I got to be better. So do better, guys. Do better.
Absolutely.
hmm
Um, so you got some stuff going on today, Thursday. Any plans tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday. Wife has a ladies' night for her doodle studio, so I either gotta be home at 7 to watch the kiddos or take them to the grandparents so I can lock in another job. I've got 3 people that I'm waiting to hear back if they want to schedule this week or in 2 weeks, because that's the thing is people, you know, they either want it done immediately, like gutters, like I need gutters done, it's gonna rain tomorrow, or they're kind of I'm not really in a hurry, so I don't want to press people and say, well, I only have Thursday available if you want it, not to seem desperate but trying to get the urgency and get it done. So what I did yesterday is I was driving around saying, you know what, God, I need X amount of money before I leave on Friday night or Saturday morning. I'm X short. Help a brother out. And then an hour and a half later, guy called, needed 3 quotes. I emailed him out. He accepted 15 minutes later, and the guy's like zero point 0.8 miles from my house. So I pull out of my driveway, and he's in the next neighborhood over. So I don't think it's going to be hard to do a house wash, a driveway, and then exterior windows. And he chose the basic package, which is just the waterfed pool. So I've got a basic, deluxe, and ultimate. So deluxe is where I traditionally clean the windows, and then after that, I go over with a waterfed pool, and that way I can flush out the tracks, the sills, and all that, and give a good scrub. So it's deluxe. Um, Deluxe, I won't really offer that too often on French pains, just because they're a French pain in the ass. I hate French pains when it comes to having to do 200 individual cut ups and whatever. So
We
I
we.
really, yeah, we. I push hard for the basic package on those where it's just a water fed pull. Like I'll even, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. So I'm happy with the quote. I'm happy I get to do it today. I just have to hope the rain doesn't hit because we had a huge downpour of rain yesterday, and wasn't really expecting that. So I'm not expecting it today. So I got to get out there and fingers crossed. I did a gutter cleaning, was it Monday? And I actually ended up doing it in the rain. There was like thunder and lightning. So I had to like go between the clouds. And I don't really advise that, but since it was like a half-hour drive or 20-minute drive to the customer, I didn't want to turn around because it was like scattered showers. Anyway, do what you can when you can be safe.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Hey, so Mark Tanner jumped on and wanted to say good morning to Mark.
Good morning,
Um,
everybody.
Also, Mark, if you're still on, I understand that Sean's going to be on with you guys tonight.
Oof.
Um, I'm not sure what time that show is, so put it in the chat so people know what time it's on.
I think
And
Squeegee Life is on at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central on Squeegee Life YouTube channel, and
got it.
they'll usually pop something on the Facebook Pro Window page a minute or two into the broadcast, so guys can click in and smash that like button. But yeah, Mike Nichols said he did 1,700 cut-ups on Monday. Puke, a puke, puke,
Blech.
puke. Yeah, when it comes to interior French paints too, I'm kind of like a French lazy boy. I'll take the spray away and the surgical towels, and I will do a J Camaro to every single one of them if I have to, just because, not all of them, but you get the drips, and cleaning up the drips on the inside is not fun because it can be
I don't know, man.
tedious.
I'm not sure I can testify
Oh
or
no, no,
testify. No,
testify.
but what I do know is I'm a banger on some cut ups. I
Mm,
slam. I'm not sure I can keep up with our boy Squeegee Tom because I know he's a
yeah, he
gangster and
he
he
posts
does it
and he's
constantly.
yep,
Um, but definitely, I feel like when I'm in the zone when I'm banging on some cutouts, I'm a monster. I am like I get shit done.
yes. If you have the right squeegee too, if you're
Yeah,
not 1 inch short or 1 inch too long, you're like mother and trying to like stoop on. Yeah. Anyway, so that's frustrating sometimes. So I'll do the J Camaro surgical towels, or I'll just go through a lot more than usual if I'm doing inside, just because there's so much damn water. I guess I should use less drips. But yeah, it's kind of like a masochism thing. If you're a window cleaner and you do French paints on the inside, you know what you're doing. You know.
yeah. I smash. I try. So when I oddly I try to make sure that I do interiors so that the
Hmm.
client knows how hard I'm working and that
Sure.
I'm actually smashing and doing it the right way. I want
Hmm.
it's a mini flex. It's a
Well,
I got you.
they don't do that. They hit it with the Windex and the paper towels, and
Yeah.
it looks all right. The I went to Surfside last month, and the people who did the window cleaning, which was the maid, she used the dirty towel that she probably wiped the counters with, so there was like
Yeah.
swirls on every effing window. So I had the fun of cleaning that all up just so we could get a good view and a good review on our stay. They were awesome, good tenants.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah.
I was when I was in Denver. My cousin has a crew come clean his house every week or every 2 weeks or every month. I don't know, but
Mhm.
he has this one lovely big window that's right like facing out to the main street where he
Yep.
lives.
Always
And
gets the sun.
yeah, dude, and she hits it either inside and out, and I'm just like, Jake, tell her to fucking leave the windows alone. I know I'm only here like once a quarter, but I'll
Mhm.
do it fine. I promise, and it'll look like that until I get back. Tell her don't touch the damn windows because all I
Sure.
see is her microfiber swirls everywhere. I'm like,
Oh
ugh.
yeah. Pain in the ass. Use a clean rag, damn it. Uh, yeah, it's usually those entry door windows where the customer is, for example, even has a one-story home, but well, I do have a large, interior of the house,
Yeah,
whatever window. That's usually one. I'll get 1 out of 5 times. If people don't want the inside, they do ask, "Is there any chance you could bring your ladder inside and just knock out?" Of course I can. It's $15. Little man, put that in my hand. You charge for it, but that window is always the nastiest. That's right. You can do a lot of things free, but I ain't changing light bulbs. I'm Polish. I need to
I
get a helper for this. But yeah, so those interior windows are always the nastiest because nobody ever touches them. You get up there and there's like 3 years worth of dust and cobweb crap. Uh, yeah, I've got one customer in my first year. I had to bring in like the exterior Werner ladder because they had like three sunlights. And I almost broke some shit. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful inside of homes uh, and charge accordingly if you're doing interior high ladder work.
yeah. So that's where I used. I mean, I still do make my bread and butter, but like, I
Morning,
always
Damien.
Oh, D, what up, dog? I always try to press that extra interior sale. Interior
Mhm.
typically takes me a third of the time as an exterior. So I'm
Sure.
like, why why wouldn't 40 minutes to go clean an inside the inside of a house real quick, even if it's 30 pieces, I can get it done relatively quickly.
Yep.
And that's an extra anywhere from 75 to $200. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just just do it. Don't be afraid. Learn your equipment first. Learn how to use your equipment. Learn how to position your body. Learn how to stay away from lamps and whatever. Um, you
Put the
and
towel
I,
down. Put the
yeah,
towel down.
I don't even need it anymore, bro. Like fucking A. Like
Cool.
once
Fucking
you've been doing
A.
it long enough, fucking A, right?
Hmm.
Once you've been doing it long enough, you have the proper tools. You know how to maneuver yourself. You can adjust your belt. You know, you
Hmm.
can. Well, most people. You and I are. I can't
Yeah,
speak for everybody, but you and
I've
I are.
crawled out of like windows to get into like an outside balcony and all that fun shit with the silencer, which never drips on my leg, by the way. Dump it out, guys.
So this is odd. Yesterday, I was
Really,
listening to. Yeah, right.
this is an odd show,
Yesterday,
Jason.
I was listening to sports talk radio, and then somehow I hear this song on my iPhone, Apple Music, whatever. And the
Mhm.
song was called Wet Leg. I've never heard of it. I've never played it, never heard the artist, but the song is called Wet Leg, right?
Yeah, right. Starring my man, the Grackle or the Silencer, one or two. Wet leg, but this doesn't get wet leg. I always get. I don't know. We're not going to get into that. Just tip it over and
No, we're
pour it
not.
out.
We're not going to get into that.
Nope. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of equipment. The
I
silencer,
agree.
brought to you by Maker.
Um, I I love mine, and
Hmm.
I've been rocking it. I remember being a skeptic when it first, not a skeptic, but I remember not wanting to spend the coin to get something. Yeah, sticker
Yeah,
shock. But
yeah.
after I'd used it, I don't know if I can start my day or work my job without it. And I can get all
It's a
sort of shit too.
Oh, sure.
So
Well, I'm going to New York, right, in 3 days. So of course I'm going to clean my mom's windows. So I brought all the shit I could afford to like lose at a rest stop or if someone breaks into it. So I'm bringing all my Unger channels, the Ninja, uh, a cheaper belt type deal. So I'll clean my mom's windows and stuff like that. So she always gets a kick out of that. And her sisters, my aunts, are always like, "Oh, I wish you would come to my house and clean windows." So I'm like kind of contemplating if I'm going to surprise clean my aunt's windows this week. But yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna bring a trad pole, and there's like a few little towns, little shops in Hamburg. So if I'm stepping on toes, I apologize. But I'm gonna go clean some storefronts in the little village of Hamburg
bro, you're not
and get some
stepping on
footage of
toes.
that.
You're going to complete some work real quick, visit some fam, get some footage,
Yep,
and introduce yourself. And
that's
then
all I'm doing.
just like that, just as quick as you're in, you're out.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do too is right next door to our Airbnb, there's like a Tim Hortons, which is great because I just walk a mile and a half, or minute and a half, and bam, I got a double double. And then also right next door is a yoga studio, right? So our host always leaves us a coupon pack with like free yoga, free smoothie, free coffee, bullshit.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna use the yoga thing this time. Gonna go get on my mat and do like a downward facing dog. I've got the
Namaste.
yoga body. I just need to get the yoga flex. I'm pretty flexible. I'm gonna see what this my joints can do.
You're gonna go up in that yoga studio and be farting all over the place. I know you,
You have
Deeds.
no idea. Yeah, I've been ever since I got the gallbladder out. I've been a lot more gassy and fuck. I fart a lot now, which is strange for me because I used to have gut inflammation, so I guess I didn't fart a lot, and that's what probably caused pain. But now I'm farting, and I farted yesterday on my son, and he was funny, and I went to grab it and smelled. Like, oh, Dad! And he had to run to the bathroom, wash his hands. Yeah, it's fucking bad, man.
It's
I've
gnarly.
had salmon and ribs in the last couple of days. Do the math. It's ribs. Nope. Salmon ribs. I don't know. I got nothing.
Sour ribs or rib salmon.
Yes. But yeah, gas eliminator. We'll get the Beano, something like that. It'll help you out, keep you regular.
Nice.
Yes.
Well,
Very
it's
fun
about
talk.
time to wrap up for the day, dude. It's already almost 6:05. It means 8:05 for you. You probably
Oh,
got to get the chair.
get the
I gotta
chair. Yep.
up and get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna go meet Billy out in Surprise.
Her. Yes. I love it.
So we're gonna go tackle some stuff. Anybody you want to give a shout out today to?
Shout
Anybody?
out to Mike Nichols. He's been very helpful with a lot of questions and personal stuff that I'm going through. I've had stuff for him. So a lot of thanks to him. Thanks to Squeegee Tom. We're going to do an intro video on our YouTubes. We just got to get some sound added to it, but we'll work on that. So thank you, Tom, for all your hard work and dedication. Craig Hensel, he's got a link at the bottom somewhere in this video. You can click and smash to buy your tickets to the Huge, and proceeds will help rolling with the window cleaner museum type deal. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. I also want to give a shout out to Zero and to WCR, the Big Dub, for giving us a forum and a platform to do this kind of stuff. Um, you know what? We mentioned earlier too, Squeegee Life. They've got a show tonight with our friend and one of the industry nice guys, dude. Sean Hart is going to be on. So
Check it out. 7 o'clock Central.
unfortunately, I won't be able to check it out live. But I will hope to catch up with it later, see how that goes. Yeah, give them a follow. And Squeegee Life guys in general, thank you for doing what you do. You've been doing it a long time. Kind of
Over
helped
300 episodes, man. It's a
kind of
lot.
helped kind of helped open some doors for some ding dongs like Deeds and I to get on here and start doing what we're doing. Um,
Thank you,
yeah,
guys.
so it's cool that you guys do what you do, and we appreciate you. Lower Rung podcast guys too.
We don't forget about
Zane,
you.
yeah, Zane, John B, and Grubs. What
Awesome.
up,
Yes.
Grub? Check
Keep
them
it up,
out. They're
guys.
on tomorrow night. Hey, Floyd, shut up. Sorry.
No, you shut up.
Yeah, he's like,
Dog's
fuck you,
talking to me.
Dad.
Yeah.
No, what about you? No,
I'm gonna
Dad.
poop in
What
the
about
middle of the yard. Yeah. These
um
dogs have sick thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah, they
So
do.
shout out to those guys. And yeah, I guess everybody go out there, have a stellar Wednesday and get stuff done. What do
Yeah.
you got to
Send
tell?
the estimates. Change your rubbers, guys. Change your rubbers. Change your attitude. Think positive thoughts because you can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, get the estimates out there. Get rolling. Get busy. And thanks for watching, guys.
Heck yeah. I hope your passion bucket's full, everybody. Kick ass, take names, and make Wednesday wonderful. Stay
Thanks,
up and
guys.
stay gold.
Stay gold.